cannot, just can't understand where my head is at. Oh, what my heart is saying. All throughout the struggle, sometimes I feel I can't shake the habit, I just can't wake up. But I know in the end I'll be the shield, 'cause the road will go on with me or without. Make it now, compromise, fighting for a better life. It's a wrong road, but friends keep you on the good path. Take a wrong turn, and they'll be on your back, calling you out. And ice got a gas on the road. We keep each other strong, going toe to toe. And we may not know if we'll come out this alive or not, but we just have to break through. So I know just like me, have your doubts. Can you keep to that straight and narrow? Live life better every minute and do without. You're the shadows, let them go. Set yourself free. What will
Hello everybody, welcome on in. Hope y'all are having a good Tuesday. My Tuesday so far has been alright for the most part. Mostly just chill, mostly just had a chill Tuesday. But anyways, today we are going over Capcom Fighting Evolution as part of my awful slash silly marathon. So I have plenty to say about this game, but we'll go ahead and talk about it when we get there. Alright, so Capcom Fighting Evolution. There's so much to say about this game, most of it's not nice. So this game, also known as Capcom Fighting Jam in Japan, was pretty much Capcom's answer to Mugen, but done poorly. So back then, I want to say around like '04, maybe '03. Capcom was trying to release a fighting game, a 3D fighting game called Capcom Fighting All Stars, which was supposed to have a variety of characters from different Capcom properties to get out. And so Capcom did a public beta test out out there in Japan, and it met with a lot of negative reception from so many people there that they just decided to just can the entire thing. But they still were on a deadline to release a fighting game around that time. So since their big project, turned into a flop, they decided to why not gather some of our 2D fighters, our popular 2D fighters, and put them all together in one game, which sounded great on paper, but when it came to the final product, it was god awful. Um, so this game has certain Street Fighter characters from their own games, only except they now only fight using their own special meters for their own respective titles, as well as movesets from those titles. And then you have other characters like Darkstalkers and Red Earth that come from their own titles, but they also have their own meters and their own mechanics as well, which already sounds terrible. Not only that, but they had it structured as a 2v2 fighter, so you can switch out to a different partner come the next round, or stay as a current character. Like, it's it's definitely not a good time, and this was also the game that had also brought in Ingrid, the main protagonist from the canceled Capcom Fighting All Stars game. So she was supposed to be the main protagonist for the game, but that got canceled. So they brought her over to this project. They made a whole 2D aspect of her, as well as her own skills and her own meter and whatnot. And although she's pretty fun, it would have been nice if she was a lot more fun in a different game. Hence why she popped up in Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper on the PSP version called Alpha 3 Max, where there she pretty much fit right in with everyone. Only thing was, this was only on the Alpha 3 Max was only on the PSP and nowhere else. So not a lot of people had a lot of exposure to her. But my own history with this game was that I picked this up at a Target, no, at a Kmart. Back when I was a kid, it was like stupid cheap, and I played around with it for a bit, and at the time, I was a kid, so I really didn't, really didn't notice much of the bad parts of the game until I was much older, replayed the games. Now that I had so much knowledge with other fighting games here and there, so I decided to replay the game. And boy, did I notice everything wrong with the game to the point where I just facepalmed the entire time. Now, fast forward to the more modern times, and you brought in this collection. So, a majority of these collections all came from the Sega Dreamcast era of games. You had CVS One, CVS Two, you had Plasma Sword, Project Justice, Power Stone One and Two, and Alpha 3 Max. These all originally came from the late 90s, back when the arcades were so booming and the Dreamcast was very popular. So you had all these, awesome ass games, and I was expecting to have other Dreamcast games like Techromancer and Cannon Spike to be part of the main lineup. But instead, the last part of the game in this collection was Capcom Fighting Evolution, and it felt like a massive slap to the face. Like, I get it, Ingrid is going to be coming out pretty soon in Street Fighter 6. I feel like that's the reason why they had to put this collection, or like put this game part of the collection just to introduce Ingrid. I more introduced in this game compared to the game she came from, but that's just me. Like, this game could have been swapped out for, like I said, Techromancer or Cannon Spike. But yeah, other than that, this game is just god awful. But we're gonna go through it tonight.
Capcom Fighting Evolution.
I will say, like, the only positive about this game is the artwork and soundtrack.
Capcom Fighting Evolution.
Alright, so I was right. This game did came out in 04. Hey, Cinematic, welcome on in. How are you doing tonight? Gonna hydrate real quick. Yeah, it has been a while. Hope all is well. Wow. Yeah, I'm picking up on your server. Yeah, these are the roster from each Street Fighter cast. Mind you, they all have their own super meter, so you can't share super meters with other characters. Of course, the boss for this game is Pyron, Shinikoma being the hidden boss if you do certain conditions, and Ingrid is a mid boss if you do certain conditions as well. So yeah, we're gonna go with, of course, Ryu, and let's go in with Alex.
Round one, fight!
But yeah, I'm all caught up with what's going on in your server cinematic, and honestly, you should be like, uh, get things, to live for.
Round two, fight!
I'm cutting out. Let's see. How about now? Can you hear me a lot more clearly? I just fiddled around with the audio jack. Okay, perfect. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm all caught up with what's going on with server, and honestly, just you really shouldn't be thinking that low. There's plenty of things to live for. This isn't the end. I'm certain we'll cross paths again. Out of time. Ooh, ah. Ooh, ah. Yeah, you just gotta look over the positive aspects of life. God damn it.
Final round, fight! Very good!
No match for any special moves, huh? Better luck next time.
Round one. Fight.
Jose and Felicia. Oh no.
Round two. Fight.
Ah, shit. There you go.
You win. Weak. Perfect.
Can't beat me. Any pain you can dish out is nothing compared to a broken heart. And there's Ingrid. You young whippersnappers, I'll teach you, get in my way.
Round one. Fight.
Yeah, Ingrid is a mid-boss for the game, a secret mid-boss. And like I had mentioned earlier, this is her debut game, which is pretty unfortunate. But she's pretty much Capcom's answer to Athena for King of Fighters. They both have very interesting, similar movesets, as well as appearances and their own theme songs.
Round two. Fight.
Gotcha. Mhm. Mhm. They're superhuman or invincible, but I can handle the like of you. Ryu and Chun-Li.
Round
Wah!
fight.
Got him. At ease, loser.
Round two. Fight.
Sure you can. Alrighty. We got Hydron and Rose.
Round two, fight!
Of course, you would level up. Got him.
Weak.
You hope you beat me, you'll need to use your brains as well as brawn. You're on.
Round one, fight!
Alright. Iron's taken care of. One of the things that I liked about this game was that majority of the endings are all comic strips, and they're all made by the famous artist Udon. So you got Ryu taking on John Talbane. Here you have Alex's ending. Alex versus Mike here. Yeah, for those of you that just hopped in, I pretty much gave my own 2 cents about this game. How this game is pretty god awful. It came out around the time that one of Capcom's own projects called Capcom Star canceled due to negative public feedback, and so they were bum rushing with having to release a project that they're so spearheading for. So they had the brightest idea of putting together certain Capcom characters from their own games, with their own meters and own mechanics, all in one game, which sounds great on paper, but did not fare well come the final product. And this was where Ingrid made her debut, because she was coming from the Capcom Fighting All Stars game that got canceled. Anyways, let's go ahead and play as, let's do Guy, and let's do Anacaris. Like, the only positive thing about this game is the artwork and soundtrack.
Round one, fight.
Oh. Let's try it again with Anacaris.
Final round, fight.
Going against that which has been prophesied is often bears fruit. Give me one sec.
Round one, fight.
Man, Anakaris is defensive tonight. Ah, I understand the gap between your power and mine.
Round one, fight! Round two, fight!
Let us worship the power of the gods. They alone have brought me victory.
Round one, fight!
Oh no, she went the other way.
Round two, fight!
No. What were you doing? It's supposed to be a fight, but all I felt was tickling. Then Ingrid vanishes.
Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight. You win.
Alex and Sangi.
Round one. Fight.
Ooh. That was a very close fight.
Round two. Fight.
Got him. Just when our life need not fear the specter of death. Fire on time.
Round one. Fight. Very good. Good.
Try again with Guy. Damn, he's teleported away. That is Guy and Anakaris' ending. I mean, arcade run, whatever. Alright. Next up, let's go with Leo and Yoon.
Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight.
That's the best you could do. I'd laugh if we weren't so pitiful. Guy and Bike.
Round one. Fight.
その首
俺には勝てないって。
切る
Round 2, fight. 俺には勝てないって。Final round, fight.
Alright, let's try that again.
Round 1, fight.
No! Should have DP'd.
これぞ武神流命が惜しくないようだな
Round 2, fight.
屈服するか敗北者に死を
Round 1, fight.
「 その首
俺には勝てないって。
切る
Round 2 fight. 俺には勝てないって。
Final round fight. これぞ武神流。
Alright, let's try that again.
俺には勝てないって。
Round 1 fight. 命が惜しくないようだな。 Round 2 fight.
Of course, he would do it before mine.
血をくれてやる。
After.
Round 1 fight.
俺
Might as well keep throwing them around.
Round 2, fight!
Finally, we can move on. I don't know why those two gave me so much issues. Alex and Sakura.
Round 1, fight!
Wow. Ginger Brain Rot, welcome all in. Give me 1 second. Welcome everyone. How was y'all's stream? Let me give you a quick shout out. But yes, what were y'all doing? And hope the evening treated you well. There, the shout out should work. There you go. But yes, welcome on in, Raiders. I go by Bearsona or Bear for short. I pretty much cover a variety of games, modern and retro. Today, or this month, I'm doing a marathon of awful / silly games. And this is day 3 of my marathon, and we are covering Capcom Fighting Evolution. This is pretty much one of Capcom's really terrible fighters that had came out in the early 2000s. You were building in Planet Coaster 2. It did go well. Nice. Glad to hear everything went well on your end. If you need to raid and run, by all means, self-care is important. But yes, I'm just pretty much going through a couple of arcade runs with this fighting game. Like I had mentioned before earlier on my stream, this fighting game in particular was a massive flop at the early 2000s. Back then, Capcom tried making a 3D fighting game called Capcom All Stars, but when that plan didn't go through, they had to make another game as as that was their they were still trying to meet a deadline, so they thought of combining characters from different fighting games, mashed up all together in one game, and just package it as is, which did not go well. And it's really dumb that they brought this game back in the recent Capcom Fighting Collection, because it could have been any other game that they could have, thrown in there. But nope, this game had to be brought back. But yeah, all throughout this month of April, I'll be covering various games that I deem either awful or silly, and just play through them. So last weekend we did Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, And then yesterday we did Pepsi Man. So today we are just doing this game here in particular. And he would block all that. All good, Ginger. Hope you have a good rest of your evening, and thank you for bringing your community over here. Much appreciated. Oh no! Try that again.
Round one, fight!
Of course, he would throw me.
Round two, fight!
Man, Dimitri's on a roll.
Round one, fight!
Alright, going back with Yoon.
Round two, fight!
Alright, that's one.
Final round, fight!
Oh my god. Of course you would jump around me. Absolutely insane. Of course he threw me too. Just enough for a chip damage.
Round 2, fight!
Oh no! That's full kick of that. And back to Dimitri. No! Damn it. We're gonna get through this, even if it takes hours.
Round 1, fight!
Freaking finally. Thou hast witnessed the power of Leo. Ryu and Kenji.
いつでも来い。そう、Round 1 Fight.
Of course I would get hit with a Shoryuken.
Round 2 Fight.
Just enough to beat him. There was a rematch.
Final round. Fight.
Alright, that wasn't too bad. Could have gone a lot worse. Now onwards to the final boss, Pyron.
Round 1 Fight.
Yeah. That's Leo's and Ewan's arcade run. Alright, let's see which team I'll go with next. Let's go Sakura and Ingrid.
Round one, fight!
Ah!
Round two, fight!
One-Eye Monsters, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. It has been a while. How have you been? Bison and Alex.
Round one, fight!
Oh yeah, I can relate. Adulting does suck.
Round two, fight!
望んだ結末がこれか。
Round one, fight! Very good. Round two, fight!
Got him. But yeah, glad to hear that you're doing well. Yes, adulting does suck. But yeah, throughout this whole month of April, I'm going through a marathon of awful slash silly games, and this game in particular is god awful.
Round two, fight!
Yeah, so since last weekend, I've been going through a gauntlet of system games that I've deemed awful or silly. It doesn't have to mean that, certain games can't be, hilariously bad. Yes, a game can be bad, but, funny bad, not terrible bad. This- I made the game look fun. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting game for sure, but um, the history behind this game is just a little bit not great because we could have had something a lot better than this product here. Oh yeah, Texas Showdown was so much fun. It was an amazing time. I would love to go again next year. My crew and I had an awesome time out there. Yeah, Texas Showdown happens. It happens once every year around the springtime in Houston, Texas. So my arcade crew and I provided various arcade machines, from rhythm games to shooters and racers, and a few fighters here and there. And just overall, we just had we had a really good time out there with some friends, made some new ones along the way, and played a variety of games out there. So 10 out of 10 would go back there again. That was my third year going to Texas Showdown, and being a part of their 25th anniversary was also pretty cool. Jurgen and Felicia. Destroy. Diaper dude. Got him.
貴様の望んだ結末がこれか。
Hadouken. But yeah, throughout this game, like the only positive thing I can say about it is the artwork and soundtrack. That's probably it. Like when I get through this arcade route, I'll stop for a bit and kind of explain as to why this game is terrible. Iron time. And that was Sakura and Ingrid's arcade run. Also, another thing that I like about this game is that the endings are in comic strips, and the artist that does these endings have done official artwork for different Capcom games. He goes by the name of Udon. So I do appreciate Udon's early works in these games. And to this day, he's still doing artwork for a variety of games, not just Capcom. Sure, you can. Yeah, placement.
Game over.
Not bad at all. Hey, Love Knife, welcome on in. Hope all is well. So yeah, I'm gonna take the time to give a brief lecture on this game and its infamousy. So you kind of walked in right on time. Yeah, I was just gonna put on one of the artwork for this game. Yeah, that'll do. So yeah, back in 2004, 2003, 2004, Capcom was trying to do a crossover, a 3D crossover game with various with various Capcom characters called Capcom All Stars, and you can still see various images and footage out there for the game. But what happened was that when they were doing a public beta, or pretty much like a public test demo, a lot of people in Japan did not like the game at all. So rather than try to fix things, they decided to just cancel it altogether, which was a massive bummer. But since Capcom was still trying to, launch a game within that year, they decided to just mash things up together with some of their older IPs into this one bundle called Capcom Fighting Evolution. And you'd think that on paper, just having different types of characters from different franchises would be great because it's done before with games like Marvel vs. Capcom and SNK, Capcom versus SNK. But in this particular case, they just brought in just a mishmash of characters from their own, IPs with their own, special attacks and mechanics, and it just did not work well at all. And yes, this is Ingrid's official first, playable appearance since her game got canceled. So it was just a massive letdown from just a variety of just fans because they were looking for another hit crossover game from Capcom, and this was what they could offer. Like, imagine if back then, well, imagine if back then Midway released Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. I mean, it has happened called MK Trilogy, but just imagine if you brought in Mortal Kombat 1 characters that couldn't run like their Mortal Kombat 3 counterparts or couldn't do, certain moves like their future counterparts, and they're just mashed in together. That's that's pretty much how this game, came to be. We got Ryu, Bison, Guile, and Zangief, who can do their Street Fighter 2 moves and special attacks from Capcom vs. K2. And then you had like characters like Chun-Li, Urien, um, Yun, and Alex from the Third Strike movesets. And overall, it's just not a really good combination. Yeah, like I said, this is Ingrid's first playable appearance, and she wouldn't be coming back until Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max on the PSP, and now she'll be back again on Street Fighter 6. But one good thing about this game, like I mentioned before, was just the artwork is fantastic. I can't really complain about that there, and the soundtrack is pretty good. It's a pretty good listen. So on paper, like this kind of a crossover game would have fit well, but then when you see the actual product, it's just not good turnout. And out of all games to come back in this collection, I would never expect this game to be coming back at all. I was really expecting some other Capcom games to be part of the collection, like Techromancer that came out on the arcades and Dreamcast alongside, or they could have brought that game back, or they could have brought back Cannon Spike, which was just a beat 'em up game. But nope, they just had to bring this game back. I mean, I could kind of see why this game had to be brought back because of Ingrid's inclusion to Street Fighter 6. She'll be coming up pretty soon. I think next month or so as a new DLC character. So I guess we're trying to give people like the history behind that character in particular. But yeah, like you just bring in just a mishmash of just different characters from 3 different Street Fighter games, Darkstalkers and Red Earth, and it just does not pan well at all. But yeah, ever since Ingrid came out in this game, she's been more like not really a joke character, but more of a background character, just letting people know like, hey, I'm still here, I'm still around. I haven't, came out in a proper game since 2004, but now she's making a comeback of all games. But I remember buying this game at a Kmart, like I want to say back in 2005, maybe seven or so. And at the time, I was barely like learning fighting games, so I really didn't have that much knowledge as to why this game was considered bad. It wasn't until much later down the line that I saw, through the cracks and saw just, why this game was just terrible. There's another artist named Shinkuro. He's a really talented artist. And yeah, in Japan it's called Capcom Fighting Jam. That's the arcade marquee. But yeah, like just even looking at this page here, if I can, yeah. So like any character that belongs in Street Fighter 2 usually has their own mechanics, their own special move sets. And you hop on over to Street Fighter 3, and they have their own mechanics and move sets. So they can parry, they can do specific attacks here and there. Move over to Darkstalkers, and they too have their own set of attacks and mechanics too. Same with Red Earth. Red Earth, it's a very interesting franchise because it's half beat 'em up, half fighting game. But even then, it's a pretty interesting game for sure. And then you also have Street Fighter Alpha. So just so much mechanics for like each specific character brought into one game, and it's just too much to compute, too much to handle. So yeah, just overall, this game is just terrible in every way possible. And a majority of these games featured in this collection, they all had great successes because they all had great success because they came out not only in the arcades but also on the Dreamcast. So we had CVS One, CVS Two, Plasma Sword, Justice, Power Stone 1 and 2, and then Alpha 3 Upper, which was just more, which was just Street Fighter Alpha 3, but with more characters and balance changes. And just out of the blue, they just threw in this game, which I'm not really a fan of. But anyways, back to some more arcade runs. But other than this game, I do have some other games planned in mind throughout the month of April. Later on this week, I'll be playing Resident Evil Survivor 1 and 2. I'll be covering both games. Well, I'll be covering Survivor 1 tomorrow and then Survivor 2 on Thursday. But I do have plenty of games to share that I deem terrible or silly. Alright, so let's go with Guile here. And let's do Felicia. Sonic Boom.
Race battle. Round one. Fight. Sonic boom.
Somersault. Time for Felicia to hop in.
Round two. Fight.
Got him. Meow. I don't care how seriously you take fighting, you gotta smile. Guy and Zangief.
Round one. Fight.
Oh my god, I'm cornered. Alright, onwards with Guile.
Round two. Fight.
got me there.
Easy operation.
Changing operation.
Final round. Fight.
Give it up. You're not good enough to compete at this level. Urian and Karin.
Round one. Fight.
Good job.
Good job.
Round two. Fight. You win.
Time for a cat nap. Not that you tuckered me out or anything. Alicia Chun-Li.
Red Barrel.
Round one. Fight.
Easy operation.
Boy, oh.
Round two. Fight.
You fell right into that. I don't care how seriously you take fighting, you gotta smile.
その首にか
Round one. Fight.
Next with Leo. One, two, strike.
Easy operation.
If you don't keep your eyes on the prize, you'll never win. Iron time.
Get it on. Round one. Fight. Easy operation. Two, fight. Good.
Oh wow, he just got me right mid super.
Get it on. Final round. Fight. You win. Good job.
That's Guile and Felicia's arcade run. Oh, in the meantime, I'm gonna stretch. Guile. And Felicia's putting on a show with various Capcom girls.
Game over.
Alright, next up, let's do... Go with Chun-Li and... Dimitri.
One. Fight.
Dimitri time. Oh yeah. Okay, got me there. I can turn you into a pile of dust with a snap of my fingers. Dimitri and Hydron.
Round one, fight!
Got him. There can only be one Dimitri.
Round two, fight!
Right now he's fighting for real. That's why. Yatta! Winning is the easy part, it's not losing that proves the challenge.
Round one,
And Red Cyclone. Karis time. Yeah, the tricky mummy. It's gonna keep hitting your hands, buddy. On Ingrid, you young whippersnappers, I'll teach you to get in my way.
Round one, fight!
Hey, how are you? Oh. Interesting trade, but I'll take it. Sometimes the best offense is a good defense. Urien and Guile.
Get ready to die. Round one, fight!
Got that.
Round two, fight!
That takes care of both Urien and Guile. Perhaps you'd make a good side dish, but you're far from entree material. Leo Sakura.
Round one, fight!
Got him.
ためらえば負けよ。よし、準備はいい？
Round 2, fight!
Looks like you reached your limit. Your desperation is pitiful. Iron time.
Round 1, fight!
Oh no.
Round 2, fight!
私を称えろ。
That was Chun-Li and Dimitri's arcade run. Got Morgan sleeping. And Chun-Li. Alright, I think I'm down to do at least 2 more arcade runs before calling it. So, let's go with Hauser. And go with Bison. So you have a big ass dinosaur and a dictator.
ないようだな。Round 2 fight. サイドクラッシャー。甘い。
Psycho Crusher.
敗北者に死を。
Go ahead, beg for your life. Perhaps I will take pity on you. Kyle and Sakura.
命が惜しくないようだな。Round 1 fight. 敗北者に死を。
Onwards with Hauser. Grr, can't you hear it? The cries of the earth. Grr. Anakaris and Alex. Yeah, this crossover is all sorts of weird when you bring in characters from Red Earth. The majority of them are monsters. The protagonist being the only human slash lion. What? Perfect. Perfect. Onwards with Ingrid.
Round 1 fight.
Gotcha. Psycho Cracker. Fighting you has brought me pleasure. As a reward, will let you live. Hydron and Zangief.
Round one, fight! Round two, fight!
Got tiny arms as a T-Rex, but meaty legs. Still want to fight? To value your own life? Karin and Dimitri.
Round one, fight!
Yeah, he does have gigantic legs, that's for sure. Look at his little hands. Gotcha.
Round two, fight!
Give up now. You stand no chance against a god. Chiron time.
Round one, fight!
I blocked that. Alright, time to end things with Bison.
その国に勝つ
Round 2, fight.
Gotcha.
死をくれてやる
Perfect.
This is Bison's ending, so he's taking on Gil from Street Fighter 3. Beats the living shit out of Gil. Only for Gil to resurrect himself. And here's Hauser, our lovable dinosaur. Terrorizing the city.
Game over.
Alright, so for this last run, I'm going to go ahead and play as the bosses themselves. So I'll be Chiron, and the secret hidden boss, Shinakuma, which I'm hoping I could unlock facing him, but nope. So this is going to be a pretty fast one since they both do quite a lot of damage.
Round 1, fight. Good. Round 2, fight.
So yeah, had I met certain conditions, I would have fought Shinakuma after beating Pyron. Stronger mind will always prevail.
Round 1, fight.
Ha, 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 ha. No.
死をくれてやる
All right, cinematic. You take care and get the lurk. Like an opponent with ambition, me on my toes.
覚悟は良いかこの喧嘩 Round 1 Fight
'Oh no! God damn it, Akuma.
Final round, fight!
I was hoping he'd hop into that, but nope. Oh no, I fell into that. God damn.
Continue. Time.
Yeah, it was super close, but Yun is just way too fast.
覚悟は良いか。揉んでやるか。Round 1 fight.
Not the dive kick. Oh no. All I needed was just one jab to beat her. I'll keep Pyron.
Final round, fight!
Damn, he's blocking everything. There you go. Man, that was very troublesome. Let it sing a song of praise to the sublime star. Jetta and Alex.
覚悟は良いか。Round 1 fight.
Oh no! I forgot about the grab. Yes. I'll keep Akuma for this one. Oh my god, that was enough to kill him. Alright. Time to switch over to Pyron on this one.
Round 1 fight.
Alright, alright. Not much of a threat this time around. Ooh, ah. Okay, back on track. Guile and Hauser.
Round 1, fight!
Alright. Guile. I was kind of playing smart here. Of course, I get hit by somersaults.
Good job.
Round 2, fight!
I blocked all that. Got him. Mm,
Final round, fight!
it doesn't help that that Akuma has very low health. Every little damage given to him takes a lot. I could just do this all day. Just cheese my way to victory here. Whoops. And what's Guile gonna do at this point? Yeah, I was not gonna risk hopping over and getting flash kicked by him. True strength can be attained only by those with a heart of stone. Alright, last battle here.
Round 1, fight!
There you go. I was like, one more hit should do it. I'll keep Pyron this time around. I still got it. That is both Pyron and Akuma's arcade ending. So pretty much, Pyron turns everyone into galactic warriors like him, covered in flames. And on Akuma's side of things, a meteor is about to hit Earth. A massive meteor. Akuma goes up in space and does a massive punch. Takes out the whole meteor in the process. Yes, indeed, Akuma becomes a hero in this story. But yep, that's gonna be it for me tonight. I appreciate y'all coming by and hanging. Appreciate all the support. Like I said earlier, I will be back tomorrow night, and we'll start off Resident Evil Survivor. That one I consider a very silly game, even though it has some bad qualities to it. I still find the game very silly. You'll see why when I start it up tomorrow. Like, between between Resident Evil Survivor 1 and 2, I enjoy 1 just slightly more, just because of its silliness. Granted, they're both bad games. I just prefer one over the other.
Capcom Fighting Evolution.
But yeah, let me find someone to raid out to for tonight. Yes, thank you, One-Eyed Monster, and good to have you back. It's been a while. Glad to hear all is well. But yeah, let me find one to raid out to for the night. Alrighty, let me check if this person's still going to be playing or not before I take it over to them. Yeah, so Karo Karomi is playing Punch Out. Go ahead and give Karo a follow, hang out, and I will see you all tomorrow with some Resident Evil. Take care and have a good rest of your evening.